Hello viewers, welcome to KC Sharp where we turn drafting skills into income. In today's section or today's topic, we are going to talk about or we are going to look into how to move objects in AutoCAD. So if your objects are not moving correctly in AutoCAD, you are probably making this simple mistake which I am going to show you by the end of this tutorial. Most beginners pick the wrong base point and that's why everything shifts incorrectly without their notice. In the next few minutes of this tutorial or in the next few minutes of this video, I will show you exactly how to move objects perfectly in AutoCAD. If you are struggling to move objects in AutoCAD without mixing up your alignment, you are in the right place. Moving things sounds simple, but if you don't know the basic point secret, your drawing will never be precise. So I am going to show you the three fastest way to move any object exactly where you want it to move without making a huge mistake and also without consuming your time. So we are going to make use of this simple floor plan that we all are seeing here. This is what we are going to use to achieve what we are talking about or what we are going to talk about today. This is a simple plan which we have already been created for us to use, and these objects outside are the gadgets that are meant to be inside this building. So since this outside gadget or this outside objects are outside, we are going to move them one after the other. So by so doing, this is how I am going to show us the three steps which we all are going to use to move in this object here inside here. So where are you going to see the move to? You are going to see the move to on top of the modify panel of the home ribbon. This is a modify panel and this is the move command tool. So what you need to do is to go ahead and click on it, but I'm going to show you the shortcut which you are going to use. There is no need of you clicking or coming down here. So what you need to do is just go ahead and type in M and hit the enter button. You clicking on the enter button means you are already activating it. Now it's telling us or it's prompting you to select the object which you want to move. So please stick around because by the end of this tutorial you will be able to know how to move objects like a pro. Now since I have already activated this, I will just go ahead and click on this object and said what? Enter. Now it's prompting you to select this base point. This base point means where do you want to pick the object from? Where do you want to carry this object which you have already selected from? So I'm going to carry the object from the left corner side of this object. So I will carry it and it's telling you to specify the second point. Now since I don't know the second point which I want to specify, I am going to use a reference line end of this wall, which is the end point. I will come down here and click on it. So by so doing, I was able to carry that object which was outside inside this building. So I will now go ahead and activate my move tool again. Click on it. This time around, I'm selecting with a cross selection or the cross method. I will select on this method. I will click on this object, then say enter. This time, specify the base point. So I'm going to move the base point of this object by the right hand side corner of the object. I will carry it, I will click on it. Now if you check very well, I want to let us know understand something. If you check very well, you can see that while moving my cursor, the object which I have already carried is equally moving alongside with my cursor. Reason why is because my polar tracking is on. You should make sure that this polar tracking, see where my arrow is pointing, make sure that your polar tracking is on before you can be able to move it to 360 or to any particular place which you feel like you want to move the object to. Without your polar tracking being on, you will not be able to move the object to the exact position you are targeting to move the object to. But you will move it but it will not be at the exact point which you want it to be. So you should make sure that your polar tracking is on. So I will go ahead and use the reference line of this wall, which is the end point, and I will click on it. Now by so doing, we are able to move the two objects that was outside to inside this building. So this is the next example which we are going to use. This is a different method which we are going to use. So go ahead and activate your move command. Click on the object you want to move and set or hit in enter. Specify base point. In this particular time, I'm not going to make use of the left corner side of the object, or neither am I going to make use of the right corner side of the object. So what you need to do, you should come down to your snap list. See where my arrow is pointing? Click on it and make sure that your midpoint is active. Mind you, these two that we first moved, our endpoints were active. That was the reason why we are able to pick either from the left corner side or the right corner side, because the endpoint is active. So you should make sure that your endpoint and your midpoint are active to enable you to move your object swiftly without no stress. Now my midpoint is active, my also endpoint is active. So I will just go ahead, since I want to pick the base point, or since I want to move this object picking it from the midpoint, I will locate the midpoint of this object and I will click on it and carry it to the exact position which I want to place the object. So I will look here, I will locate the midpoint of this object and I will click on it. By so doing, I was able to use a three different method or three different style to move those objects outside there to fit in the exact position that I want them to be. Now, not the last, not the least, which is this dining table we are seeing here. This is the last example I'm going to show us. This example, this dining table we all are seeing, if you look closely, you will know that is close to the window. Here is the window and this is the dining table. Now, for instance, I want to move this dining table. Let it be a little bit far or a little bit far from this window. So what am I going to do? You will just go ahead and activate your move command to click on the object which you want to move and set what? Enter. It's also prompting you to select the base point. So in this particular time, I want to move this dining table, picking it from the center. So I'm going to locate the center. Now this is the geometric center. I will click on it and move a little bit. Now you see a reference line, which is this green line that we all are seeing here. Now since I want this dining table to be far from the window, I am going to make use of 100 as a second point which I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and type in 100 and set enter. Now by so doing, I was able to move this dining table that was closer to the window to down here. So this is exactly how you can make use of your move tool in AutoCAD whenever you are doing your drawing. So if you are coming across my channel for the first time, please do well to like, share and subscribe. I post practical tutorials every week for easy learn. Thank you and see you next. Bye.